Oh, yeah. Are we live? We're live. Good morning, everyone. You know, I started technically 2 minutes early this morning. And I did that on purpose because I'm going to need those 2 minutes because of this guy who's with me this morning, Dick Wobby. Good morning, buddy. How are you?
Not bad. But, hey, we were talking about news earlier before we jump into the show. A mess of news going on, not just in Vermont, across the whole country, all kinds of stuff happening.
Yeah. We're going to check in with Chris Autry in North Carolina this morning at about 9:45 and get the latest from him.
You see that?
My God.
And again, I'm going to use some, you see that death toll in North Carolina now? Is up to 160 people. More people than died in Vermont from COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, that's unbelievable,
it's
right?
huge.
And we gauge everything on friggin' COVID today.
Yeah,
I
know we do. It's horrible, but yeah, it's unbelievable. I think it was 162 is what I read this morning for the death count. And there's so many people that are still unaccounted for, Dick. What the hell? My God, it's horrible. And look at the state of Vermont responding and going down there. Not just the Swiftwater rescue teams, urban rescue, but so many Vermonters are organizing
got guys
efforts.
Jumping in their pickup trucks and going down to
Literally,
help.
yes.
Literally,
I know.
Pickup truck. I'm going down to help for a couple days. A couple days. This place is going to be. We saw with just Montpelier and Barrie.
Yeah.
You were displaced for months.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And people are donating whatever you say.
Yeah.
Their time,
generators,
their energy, their
everything.
Whatnot.
Yeah.
And they are headed down to help. What a great thing. People helping people.
Look, Samaritan's Purse is down there, right in the thick of it in the western hills of North Carolina. Look what they did here in Vermont for twice in 1 year. The Mennonites, the Southern Baptists, they're all down there. So Vermonters, we don't forget stuff like this. So
no, kind of
and it's
a
tough.
bad situation, but you really see what people are made of.
And you know what's tough is, and I said this yesterday, there's so many Vermonters that feel so passionate that they want to go down there, but for obvious reasons, whether it's work, life, family, whatever, they can't. And some of us are able to do that. But anyway.
I want to talk about Wheels for Warmth, but I don't want to talk about it yet because you stood me up this summer. I'm just going to tell you. You stood me up, okay? Because you're a pro, I'm an amateur. You're a pro, I'm an amateur. But Jeff Blow up there at Jet Service Acura Printing owns a racetrack, a go-kart track.
It's amazing.
He introduces young people to racing and and has this fabulous spot up in Graniteville.
Yeah.
Rocky Ridge Speedway.
Yes.
And you had said you would come up and call a race with me.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm like the announcer. I'm up in the media center.
I
don't know if you realize it, but up at Rocky Ridge, I'm a VIP. Okay? I'm like the Dave Moody of Rocky Ridge. Okay? I'd say Ken Squire, but nobody is Ken Squire. But I'm like the Dave Moody of Rocky Ridge.
Yeah.
And they put on one heck of a show.
Sure.
Now, the other thing
are you volunteering, or does Jeff Blow pay you money?
Jeff Blow doesn't pay money to anybody.
Probably
okay?
want to pay you money to stay away.
But no, I volunteer up there every week. 13, I think it's 13 weeks.
Yeah.
Wednesday nights, and it's over now. We're going to have the celebration of champions here in the next 2 weeks, I think it is, over at I think it's the Elks Club.
Okay.
But all that being said, just you missed probably the best thing in my life.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm going to just tell you. It's not the racing.
Aside from your wife.
I don't do it for the racing.
Right.
Okay? What I do it for is the French fries.
Oh,
I get free French fries.
Here I am thinking you were going to say you do it for the kids.
No.
You're putting
hell with the
French
kids.
fries before.
This is French fries. Hell with the kids. Hell with the racing. I don't care. It is the best order of French fries you've ever had in your life. They have a concession stand up there that they know when I walk through the gates and go up in the media center that somebody's got to run me up. Not a single order, a double order of French fries. It's out of this world.
The poor kids. And so many of them are listening to this right now, thinking that you were there for them. You were there for the fries all along. Buddy, I told you in the spring that I was going to. You invited me to come up there and kind of co-announce, which was a horrible invitation, by the way. You never should ask me to do that.
Yeah.
That's not good. I can't believe that Dick Wobby is the announcer up there, but that's. I tried every.
Not just an announcer. I'm the Dave Moody of Rocky Ridge.
Thank you. You're right. I tried every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I had an alarm on my phone that said Dick Wobby Racetrack.
Yeah.
I tried, buddy.
Yeah, you sound like an old girlfriend I had that didn't show up for 2 dates, so I just moved on to another girlfriend. Okay.
Did you have a good summer?
Oh, out of this world.
Yeah.
I'm serious. It was a great summer.
Even though July 10th.
Yeah.
Did you still have a good summer?
Yeah. We, Mrs. Wobby and I, set our RV up in Grand Isle.
Yeah.
And we spent a few weeks up there with the hopes of going some other place and visiting some other areas. We enjoy bicycling. We went up into Canada. We went over into New York. And then, of course, we were back for July 10th. We had a good couple weeks there. Personally, spent time help organize the recovery up in the Northeast Kingdom. And end of August, we went back up to Grand Isle for a couple weeks. Now, I say I go for a couple weeks. I can't walk away from what I'm doing because I love what I'm doing as much as I love being away from it.
Of course.
So I tend to spend 3 days here working and 4 days playing.
Now, what do you do on a bicycle? How old are you? I
know I'm getting it's getting a little worrisome. I'm not going to say how old I am, but I went out this morning. I go out 2 or 3 days a week.
On a bicycle?
On a bicycle. I put 15 to 20 miles down every time I go out.
That's remarkable.
And
really?
I've done it forever. Yes.
Did Phil Scott get you into bicycling, or did you just do it on your own?
No, he forced me into it. I hate him.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, you're.
I will still vote for him. I'm not going to write somebody in. I'll still vote for him.
Yeah.
But I hate Phil Scott.
Yeah.
Okay. You can say that about friends. we have a little thing going back and forth. We look at ways that we could eliminate the other one.
Yeah.
Right? As a joke, I hate you. Today I want you.
Sure.
It's snowing, it's raining, and there's thunder and lightning. Might be a good day for you to go for a ride.
We have a lot of people that are tuned in this morning, and I think most of which are wondering, will Dick Wobby ever run for any kind of office?
Never. Just let's put
What?
that. Do you
What?
realize what would happen
Everyone knows you.
Yeah,
Dick.
but if you realize what would happen if I ever ran for office, oh my God, people may vote for me once, but after we got through stirring the pot and pissing everybody off and got fired because I don't follow public protocols.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be a mess, train wreck?
It would be a wicked train wreck.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get that out of your head.
I mean, Michael Booton's saying that he wishes that you would. I mean, here's the thing about you, though. You have zero filter, buddy. You just said,
That's the problem. I am not a politician. But speaking of politicians, that was another conversation you and I had this morning.
Yeah.
I was thoroughly impressed. I don't care if you're a Republican, Democrat, progressive, independent. I don't care.
Yeah. Good for you for saying
Okay?
that. Yeah.
But that was one of the most civil. That was old-time debates last night.
Yes, it was.
Okay? And that was good. And that's what America needs. And I don't care if you're a Vance or a Waltz, a Harris or a Trump person.
Yep.
That's what we need. The ability to talk to each other, disagree.
Respect.
And walk away.
I saw comments on social media that folks wish that these two guys were running against each other for the presidency.
Yeah. They could be given time. But
yeah.
I mean
they got to the issues.
Yeah. And they talked about it, and
they talked,
they blame shit on everybody else.
Yeah, of course, right.
That's the political way.
And of course, this morning the media is fact checking and
that's another thing that's bullshit too.
The fact checking?
Yeah, I really think that is.
Yeah.
It just adds another level of drama that we know. I know we want to know the truth.
Yeah.
But there's a level of drama that the news groups bring in because you can fact check anything you want.
Yeah.
You can say, I got my T-shirt on that says happy good day.
Yeah.
Well, is that just for you or is that for everybody?
That's for everybody.
Are you thinking
everybody?
Yeah, but and that's what I mean. We can twist that one statement to be, are you wishing me a happy good day?
Yeah.
Are you wishing I mean, I get the media has become such a circus in twisting the truth to their extent, right? So now we should start fact-checking the friggin' media. What happened to Walter Cronkite and Dan Rather?
Classics.
Right.
That was,
and we don't have that today.
I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, I know.
So that kind of bothers me, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, and there's a good number of people who are like, who's Walter Cronkite?
Yeah.
Who's Dan Rather? Who's Johnny Carson? I mean, it's those really were the good old days.
They were.
We're sounding old.
The other thing, I'm going to throw it out because we talked about it earlier. Whoever it was, somebody inherited or took over the Associated General Contractors in Montpelier, association of 200 contractors across the state. And in the last 4 years, we've been recognized 7 times nationally by not just other contractors, but other business groups, other things that we've been doing and focusing our energies on. The most recent, this last year, we got recognized in the world of mental health. I'm just going to say this. You say happy good day over there. Mental health. We have lost the ability, one, to be kind to each other and understand each other. And we've got to put a new focus as a community on doing such. That's number one. Number two, I think because of the stressors, whether it was the COVID shift or what, we can blame a lot of shit on COVID, but the addiction problems we have across our state, across our country, we developed a couple different programs to help folks through that. And then we have this suicide crisis going on. So it's not bad. It's bad enough we're all shooting up to escape it, but that's not good enough. So not only are we shooting up to escape it, that's not working. So we're offing ourselves. And it was I'm going to say funny, and my introduction to it was we were talking, and I said, I'll tell you what the problem is. You play video games?
I don't.
No?
No.
Our generation that's out there plays video games. Now, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a mental health expert. I don't know anything about it. But if you die in your video game or you get maimed in your video game, you hit reset and start all over. And I think we've trained this generation that there's a reset button that they don't even understand it doesn't exist for you, really. It bothers me.
Yeah.
So we started a mental health program. We partnered with a young man who came in and brought it to my attention. I threw him out of the office the first time. Second time he came back, he said, "Dad, you got to listen to me."
Whoa. Whoa.
And when your son says you got to listen to him, you sit back and kind of listen. He developed what has become it's being followed across the country, put together an employee wellness program that helps people deal with diseases of despair and this mental health thing, suicide, overdoses. He's created the partnership between ourselves, AGC, the Vermont Chamber of Commerce is in it now, Vermont Ski Area Association is in it, and it's kind of a portable little thing that other states are building the same type of little block. But anyway, we got recognized by 3 different groups over the last year. I just got back from Washington, D.C., which I hate, by the way. Don't ever say, let's go to Washington to see what's going on there.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's beautiful. Let's say it's beautiful.
Yeah.
But, God, it's terrible.
We're talking about taking Lily down there to show her the White House and everything. And history stuff.
Yes.
See the monument.
Washington. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So let's go to Washington. Let's go to the mall. Let's go look at the Washington Monument. Let's go look at the Vietnam Memorial. Beautiful. I mean, it will change your life.
Yeah.
It will put goosebumps on your arms. The Lincoln Memorial, the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what we want to do.
The reflecting pond there or whatever. I mean, it's gorgeous.
Okay.
Right? But Washington sucks.
Okay.
Did
you fly into Reagan International?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that award.
Thanks.
It's amazing.
I mean, it is. A little place like us, and we're considered one of the top, not just construction associations, but one of the top associations in the country right now.
Yeah,
and
amazing.
I've been lucky. My members are great. Things are good. We've got all kinds of stuff going on. Even our response, you keep mentioning July 10th. Even our response when someone's in trouble, we just jump in and go.
Sure.
And there's no questions asked. We're going to help fix this.
We, of course, we're leading up.
I still have my red cup.
We're teasing our listeners this morning
Is that what we're doing?
Well, we are.
Is that like a technical term?
Because we are going to be talking about Wheels for Warmth.
We want to talk about Wheels for Warmth. That's why I'm here.
I know, but I have to just say to you, and I love having you on the air. We have there's been a lot of bad news in Vermont for a while now.
You see that school commissioner up in Burlington got arrested in Massachusetts with 3,000 doses of friggin' fentanyl?
Yeah.
What the?
Can you believe that? No, you could say it.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
We have a huge drug problem in Vermont. Everyone knows that. We have a hospital crisis going on. We have a housing crisis going on. We have a tax crisis going on. We have affordability. The list goes on and on. I mean, the state of Vermont right now, the second highest rate of homelessness per capita in the nation. Did you know that?
Yes.
Second highest. We're talking about 3,500, and this is a rough estimate right now, 3,500 Vermonters that are unhoused. And in another week or change, week and a half, it's going to be another 1,000. And we have lawmakers and so many folks in the legislature that are writing a letter, that have written a letter and put it on Phil's desk, begging him to do something. And
hold on, stop.
Is tiny housing
because
communities,
those
is that
legislators. No, your problem with building houses and your problem with putting housing in, those legislators could have addressed. They had the opportunity, and they could have addressed by simply going, addressing the permitting and reform building piece within the legislative body. Instead, they minimized what was going on. They were the ones that passed the rule to start to discontinue the bedrooms or motel program, whatever you want to call it. They own that. And we can sit here and say they're going to, we got 17 people going to put a letter on Phil Scott's desk. That's bullshit, because they could have addressed this. They could have taken it further. They turned around and said, we're going to let you address, we'll lift Act 250 in downtown areas if you have a TIF program and if you have the ability to address some maintenance on housing and whatnot. The answer to the housing thing is multi-unit affordable housing. You've got two of them going on between the north end of Barrie and out back here someplace. And the permitting required to put these things up is astronomical. And we're talking, it has driven the price of an affordable house from somewhere around $225,000 to $350,000. So don't tell me 17 legislators are going to turn around and hand Phil Scott a letter saying, we can't let him out in the rain and snow. That's bullshit. You own it. Anything else you want to know?
I just want to say I love you.
No, it's just not fair. That is one of those things that we can say, be kind, work with each other. They've got to work with each other. And we've got to address some of the permit reform, some of the different areas that are out there in order to house these people. And you can't just say, we need to build more houses. Right? Mm-hmm. You've got to actually change the rules to allow people to build more houses. Mm-hmm. We've got a housing program up in Milton. I think it was Milton that I was just looking at. Took 10 years to get through the permitting, the DRB, the Act 250, everything else. Right? No, I'm being serious. Yeah. That's what it took. It took 10 years. And now...
Yeah.
Now, we aren't even sure were able to afford to do the project at the price they were quoting back 10 years ago.
Sure. I'm being asked by some listeners to hit the bell.
Yeah. Okay.
When they ask me to hit the bell, I have to hit the bell.
You should.
You know.
Is that to tell me to stop? It's
No.
like at the end of a boxing. Boxing. What do they call that thing? Round. End of a boxing round.
That's
you
a
hear
Dick
the
Wobby
bell.
touchdown
Bang,
right there.
You're done.
No, that's people love that you speak your mind.
Yeah.
That's why you should run for
Yeah.
office.
No, I shouldn't. But there's the other side. And I'm not going to blame that on Trump. I'm not going to blame it on Biden. I'm not going to blame it on anybody. But our elected officials should be able to sit down and talk to each other like we have done in the past.
Oh, yeah.
And instead, so
as long as nobody's feelings get hurt.
Yeah, but hold on for a minute. You and I probably agree on 80% of what each one of us does, right? 80% of the issues out there, we probably agree. Even if it's only 70, we agree on that. Instead, when we have a conversation, we fight over the 20 or 30, and we lose that 70% that we agreed on.
Right.
And people have to start to shift that focus, being kind, moving back to the fact that we agree on this stuff, and let's build on that. And let's throw this disagreement stuff to the side for a while. And just look at how we're going to accomplish the goals that are necessary to create a better, greater community than we have right now.
Sure. Yeah. Wow. Well said.
Okay.
That's it right there. Damn. Let's jump into.
But that's part of our deal, right? That's part of. Okay, what'd they say?
No.
Somebody just said something. I saw you laughing at it. Hang them.
No. Glenn saying that would require common sense.
Yes.
Do you think common sense is lacking?
No, I think we're carrying baggage that isn't necessary to carry. So I don't like you, okay? I think you're a shithead. So,
well, many do.
Instead of you and I just having the conversation about you being a shithead, what I do is I go on Facebook and I say, no one should listen to On the Air or the Aired Out podcast ever again because he's just full of shit. And you've always got 5 or 10 people that hate you. You always do.
Yeah.
And they jump in. And it becomes this viral social thing that no one's going to listen to Aired Out Productions anymore, right?
Yeah.
And instead, if I don't like what you're saying, I'm the guy that'll call you up and say, hey, I don't agree with what you're doing there. I don't agree with what you're saying. Yeah. And why don't we talk about it?
Yeah.
But you've got a great medium and social presence that I can get my other 70% done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And so let's work on the 70%. Let's try to work through this other thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's common sense. I think it's just being kind to each other.
Yeah.
And getting the hell off this vindictive Facebook, Twitter, Xbox, whatever that shit thing is. I don't care. But if we care, if we care about people, and if we want to help people, there's no greater program right now across Vermont to help people, in my mind, than what we do with Wheels for Warmth. Over the last...
See, that was the transition right there. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Huh?
I mean, you just slipped that right in.
Right? I mean, Wheels for Warmth does a great job.
Wheels for Warmth is how many years now?
20 years this year. This is our 20th anniversary. I'd like to say this is my last one. I'm done.
Oh,
20
that's
years
such a
of
bunch
lugging.
Of shit. You're
20
always,
years of lugging tires and moving shit, and putting this thing together, organizing people.
No.
It is a mess.
Can I ask you a question? Kind of a personal question.
Oh, God.
When
192 pounds.
When you're moving... When you're moving the tires around and stuff, is Dick Wobby wearing the white shirt? Because I've never seen Dick Wobby without a white shirt on, ever. I don't think anyone has.
Yeah.
You always have a white shirt on.
I like
what are
white
you
shirts.
doing lugging tires around with a white shirt
I like
on?
white shirts.
Why do you like white
I
shirts?
just like them.
But
it's the story. It's
Dick, you got a cup
when
of
you
coffee.
grew up,
You got coffee in your hand every day. How do you wear a white shirt when you're drinking coffee?
I'll also tell you.
Drink 10 gallons of it every day.
I'll also, look at. I was working. You guys probably can't see that.
Yeah, no, we can.
Okay. I was working on my Model A before I came up here today.
Yeah. With a white shirt on.
With my white shirt on, and I got some grease and shit on it. But we all grew up in hard times. We had hard times. And you only had a white shirt that you could wear for Easter and Christmas. That was it.
This is true.
Right? Yeah. Or if you were a church-going person, you could put it on every Sunday for an hour.
Yeah.
Right?
Is the real reason why you wear a white shirt all the time because you're a virgin?
Yes.
Is that it?
But no, it was one of those things that we were only allowed to wear white shirts on these simple days.
Yeah.
And I feel like every day is a special day.
That was beautiful.
Every day should be so, and a white shirt is kind of cool.
So
and nobody else wears white shirts.
So I know. I've never seen you without one. So tell us about Wheel for One. What's the date? And
what do you want to know?
Give me the date.
Well, the
and
date's the same as it's always been. It's the last weekend in October.
Mm-hmm.
Last weekend in October.
Okay.
You can look that up on your calendars. I don't know it right offhand, but it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Mm-hmm. You know, we're talking about 20 years of doing this. I just want to, in those 20 years, and I want to mention the folks down in Rutland because we do one up here in Barry, and we do one down in Rutland. It's actually down in Pittsford this year at the Casella construction site. And even in my old age, I picked up 4 tires 2 years ago at Casella's. And John Casella, who's got to be about 20 years younger than I, and I raced him across the parking lot carrying 4 tires.
Kick his ass?
I did. I'm in. Of course, I hurt for a week, but I couldn't move tires the rest of the day. I was done, but I won.
Did you pull a hammy?
Probably. I pulled a lot of shit that day. But so you look at a program that's gone on for 20 years.
Yeah.
It has supplied $750,000, $750,000 to help people with their heating problems. It goes into the emergency heating fund to take care of that exemption or deficit that is run between Capstone and Brock and CVOEO. And we've helped somewhere in the neighborhood of, I'm going to say 50,000 families, households with their heating problems over the years. The numbers are astronomical. On a yearly basis, we average out somewhere around $40,000 that are donated to that thing.
That's an average.
Yeah.
Wow, Dick.
We collect somewhere around 3,000 tires every year. I mean, that's amazing, right? And you end up with 1,500 in Barry and about 1,500 down in Rutland that go out. You have different areas that you have collectibles at between Burlington, Colchester, Waitsfield. I mean, this whole thing just is unbelievable. But it couldn't happen. And I can sit here and bitch it's my last year. It's not going to work. I can't put up with it anymore. I agree. It probably isn't. We're a month out, and it seems overwhelming that we're going to raise $40,000 to $50,000 in a weekend.
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We're going to collect 3,000 tires. We're going to have them out on display for people to buy them on Saturday. We have tires ranging from $10 for the smaller tires per tire to $25 or $30 for the larger tires. The whole concept, and again, this was another stupid idea that Phil Scott had, and I just got caught up in it.
I remember that when
he had a stupid idea.
When I was in radio, I remember you coming up to the studio 20 years ago saying, I got to get on the air with you because I just got back from a meeting up at Maplewoods, I guess, with Phil Scott and
Wayne
Lamberton.
Yes.
And you guys started scribbling shit down on a napkin about this concept, this idea. Hey, we're going to help the environment. We're going to help people by getting tires on their car, tires that are in good shape, that have been passed by DOT. And we're going to raise money to go into the emergency heating program here in Vermont. I mean, this is a trifecta here, and it was kind of a broad stretch for you guys to come up with this idea, but you wanted a microphone, and you
so can I tell you
wanted
I've graduated?
To tell everyone, hey, we're pulling this, and you guys pulled it off like at the last minute that first year.
Can I tell you I've graduated from notes on napkins to notes on paper plates now?
Buddy, I am a paper plate guy as well.
I didn't realize how convenient they were.
I know. I have a stack. I'm not kidding. I have a stack of paper plates in the trunk of my car, and I'll pull 10 or 15 of them out and keep them on the front seat for taking notes.
For writing shit.
In the same way. Was it a paper plate or was it a napkin?
No, it was a napkin.
It was, okay.
Because it's been in the last 10 years that I've graduated to paper plate.
I remember being on the air, and I remember you coming on the air with me and saying, hey, we got this idea. This is what we're going to do this weekend. we're gonna collect tires, and then we're gonna sell them. And this is like a multi-tier win here for everyone.
I mean, it wouldn't happen, and you start to look at what makes this work. So, one, you've got the Buried Granite Museum that buys in and allows us to use their location here in central Vermont for collection and selling. Those people down at the Buried Granite Museum are fabulous.
Perfect location.
It works tremendously.
Yeah.
You have Casella Construction down in Mendon, and now they've moved down to Pittsford for a larger location because they need more room.
Yeah.
That's amazing that it grew to the point that they need more room. Then you turn around and you say, geez, because what people don't necessarily understand is that all the tires aren't usable, right? You mentioned we have DMV in there to inspect tires to make sure they're usable, and I'm going to say we're 99% good on that.
Yeah.
Every once in a while one gets through, and if it gets through and it's not good, we buy the set of tires back after you bought them. But I hate to promote that. But we and we went to Big John Casella, and pitched this idea. Again, we had like 2 weeks, 3 weeks to pull this thing together the first time, but pitched the idea. And Casella Waste said, you collect them, you get them in our dumpsters,
Yeah.
and we'll work with this company out of Maine. I'm going to call it BPI, MRI. I don't know what it is, but this company up there that recycles the tires. And what they actually do is they pull all the steel treads and whatnot out of them, and they chip them up, and they're being used. Those that can't be used, they're being used to make the pellets on the artificial turf fields, on playgrounds, all that sort of stuff. So we've taken them out of the waste stream at that point. The usable tires obviously are helping you get to work, helping you transport your family in a safe manner.
Yep.
And then finally, the money all goes to the heating fund.
Sure.
And you keep talking about this trifecta. It's
more than three. It really
could be.
is.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it works for everybody, and we've had a very good run with it, and we'll continue to have a good run with it. Somebody will. Notice how I threw that in? Somebody will.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. So Saturday the 26th, what time does this thing start?
Saturday the 26th, the sales actually start at, I believe it's 8 o'clock.
Okay.
And they run through noon. About 3 years ago, we found so this is the craziest thing, and you should come down before you go to bed on the 25th, because people start lining up. It's like Macy's on Thanksgiving weekend.
On the day before?
I just said that, didn't I? It's like Macy's on Thanksgiving weekend. People start lining up at 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning on the 26th to be in line to pick out their tires. It is crazy as hell.
And it's been that way for a long time.
Oh, forever. It's always been that way.
I was one of those hooligans that did that at like 3. I was there at 3 in the morning, I think, down in Montpelier.
Yeah. No, but
standing in the snow.
I know.
Sometimes. And the rain.
But what we have now kind of shifted to is sometime around 10:30 in the morning, everything out there on the ground that's usable is half price.
Yeah.
Wow. And so there's 2 big selling periods, the 8 o'clock time, and then about 10 or 10:30.
Yeah.
There's another big rush. The new, I'm going to say this wrong, so I'll apologize before I say it. I will apologize. One, Casella Waste has been and is a huge sponsor. Without them, none of this could happen.
No.
I'm serious,
Agreed.
None of it. On an average year, I bet they donate, at this point, with costs, I bet they donate about $20,000 a year to transport, get rid of, whatever you call it, these bad tires.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just overwhelming. But another group that has been with us since day one, and there's nobody drops out, by the way. They all
I know.
stay.
I know.
But they just had a name change. I'm going to say it wrong, and I apologize, because I still call you VSECU, the Vermont State Employees Credit Union, which is now renamed, I believe, as East Rising, or Rise East, or something. Could you look that up and tell me what it really is?
Sure. It's East Rise.
East Rise.
East Rise Credit Union.
East Rise Credit Union. Mm-hmm. They have been with us since day one.
Yeah.
And they put on They donate a good share of money towards this endeavor, but they also put on a informal breakfast.
Yeah.
On Saturday morning, it may be crumpets and tea.
Sure.
It could be Cokes and devil dogs. It depends on what we're doing and the phase we're in. I will say they have never served a devil dog that I didn't like. But they've been tremendous. Bourne's
Yeah.
energy jumps all over it, and they send a whole crew in.
Yeah.
To help us move tires for a day or two. They've been tremendous. The Sunbelt Rentals, believe it or not, and that's part of the coordination thing. You've got all these outside people you got to coordinate times. Sunbelt Rentals, believe it or not, bring in all the lights.
Yeah.
Because
you
got to have lights,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Because believe it or not, it
sure.
starts getting dark early.
Yeah.
And it's dark early in the morning. And then tip your hat to all those people wearing orange or green vests out in the middle of the road, because ADA traffic control helps us with traffic control and moving things and message boards and everything else. So I think I've got, I mean, there's a bunch of us. There's a bunch, and I'm sorry if I missed you. I'll try to come back to you.
Yeah. I think it is really commendable how many people pull together for this. And like you say, this thing has turned into a monster. This is probably, dare I say, it definitely got to be in the top 5 biggest events in Vermont. And other states are really paying attention and recognizing what we're doing here.
What's this thing?
Wait, go up a little higher with it so we can get a screenshot of that.
What do you mean?
Up around the forehead. There you go. Yeah.
Huh? What is this?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
It was on your floor.
It may possibly.
I don't want to know, but it looked like a pair of ladies' panties. Now,
I have all kinds of people that come in here and leave all kinds of things behind. Some of them are very attractive women who leave garments behind.
But so Wheels for Warmth, huge. Again, if you've got tires, start to get them ready.
Yes.
Take a look at them.
Yep.
We will take them, and if they can't be used, there's a $5 charge. If they can be used, they're free, and they'll go to a deserving home.
Sure. And if you have to, if you note that they're in shitty shape, bring them.
We'll get rid of them for you. Better than sitting in your garage for 2 years.
Taking up space. Not only going to get rid of them, but they're going to be mulched.
That's correct.
And the donation that you make is going right into the emergency heating fund.
That's what it is.
So there's another win.
Yeah.
There's another one.
No. Hey, I'm realizing, and I'm looking forward to this conversation. You've got a friend calling in from North Carolina. I bet North Carolina doesn't have Wheels for Warmth.
I don't think they do. But, yeah, we're going to connect in with North Carolina here in just about a minute. So
okay. So Thursday and Friday, both locations. Oh, gosh, I forgot. Stowe across the street from Percy Field. I don't even know which camera works.
that one.
Across the street from Percy Field.
Yeah.
Tom Hubbs up there.
Okay.
Collects tires for us as well.
Okay.
And good and bad, we have a DMV inspector up there. So across the street from Percy Fields up in Stowe.
They're collecting on Thursday and Friday?
Thursday and Friday from 1 to 5.
24th and 25th.
Yeah,
okay.
1 to 5. And then we've got our thing, of course, at the Barry Granite Museum. And then another one down in Pittsford going on down there. And those will run from approximately 2 to 6.
Okay.
And then Saturday, 8 till noon, we are rocking and rolling with big sales. Hey, you know another great group that comes out and helps us every year?
Who's that?
Why, the Norwich women's hockey team.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Miss Kitty.
Yep.
One of the hockey players mentioned it the other night. And she just mentioned it. Again, that whole be kind thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't know this girl, young lady from Adam. And this young lady walks up, and I had referred to her as Miss Kitty at our thing because she reminded me of, if you remember, Miss Kitty came from Gunsmoke.
Yeah.
And she reminded me of Miss Kitty, so I called her Miss Kitty. Anyway, came up and said, "Aren't you the guy that does that Wheels for Warmth thing?"
Yeah.
I said, "Yes." She goes, "Well, I'm a Norwich hockey player, and we're coming back this year, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again."
Isn't that something
anyway?
Else?
But they, the Norwich hockey team will be over there. Hey, I just heard Sophie Leclaire might be. How do you say this right? I don't even know if I'm supposed to, but I just heard Sophie Leclaire, the Norwich women's hockey team coach, is pregnant with another child.
Wow. Any advice?
No, you don't want my. Again, I'm not politically correct.
I'm showing the video here that was produced from Casella when you guys celebrated the 18th year of doing this, and what a massive operation this is. So have a glance at your monitor here, and you can see this. I mean, this is really something else. To think that this is the 20th year of this event taking place. I mean, look at these people here.
And again, you look at, I got to mention Capstone here, and there's another one, Capstone. I don't agree with 100% of what they do, and I don't agree with Sue Minter 100% of the time. Sue and I are about 50-50.
Yeah.
But Capstone's about 70-30, right?
Yeah.
But it's a hell of an organization, and
Sure.
if you can help Capstone, get out there and help Capstone today. That's a great organization, and they're doing some good work. CVOEO, same deal.
Same thing.
And these guys help channel this money to those people that need that help. You've got Tom down at Brock in Rutland. Tom's another one. We get along about 70% of the time, but we don't focus on the 30% we don't agree on.
Sure.
And we keep moving forward to help our communities. And these three organizations, Brock, Capstone, and CVOEO, deserve all the credit in the world for everything they're doing.
Thank you for coming in here, buddy.
I'm waiting for North Carolina, man.
I'm going to call him right now because my buddy Chris has I'm going to see if I can connect with him here. You know, and I don't know that we're going to be able to because there's issues with cell towers and all kinds of chaos down there. I read that they were trying to put up some temporary
towers,
mobile towers down there. I mean, we got hit here in Vermont real hard twice in a year on the same exact date. Those guys were like, they had entire communities that
wiped
were just
out,
gone, like literally gone, everything. Buildings washed away. I mean, like there isn't even any infrastructure there, let alone man-made buildings.
So you're saying all that I get it. I understand. Another one of those things in the back of my head is, so we're going to bring in mobile cell towers to help with communications, but all the phones have to be charged, and there's no power throughout these things.
Sure.
And how's that all work, right?
Yeah, I'm just I know.
I know you're distracted.
No,
so
I just got
a
text here from Chris saying I have some changes concerning disaster relief. Can I reschedule for tomorrow? I just found out I'm heading to the mountains, and I need to make some calls. So he is obviously very, very busy. So we're gonna try to reconnect with Chris tomorrow.
That's great, but we went through a similar thing.
Yeah,
and we mentioned this earlier, the outpouring of support, not just from Vermonters, but across New England and whatnot, that came in. And we're seeing the payback now.
Yep.
And we started this day out talking about being kind and working with people and understand people, and I keep coming back to it. But we've won. Everyone will be eternally grateful for all the help they're getting down in North Carolina.
Sure.
Even the NASCAR pilots.
Oh, yeah.
Pilots, guys in NASCAR that have pilots' licenses and planes are flying stuff into some of these isolated communities right now.
Yeah. And that's the only way you can get in there is by air.
That's what I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's great. All that's good. We've spent some time talking about a bunch of different subjects.
Yeah.
Again,
one of the subjects that I want to talk about, and I'm going to give a shout out to one of my sponsors here, and you can echo this as well because it's so important, and I know that this goes into your industry as well as the trucking industry. And Giroux General Transport right here in Barrie has another CDL course coming up starting November 10th. There are companies, as you know, Dick, that are saying, hey, you've got a job waiting for you before you even get your CDL. You have a job waiting for you. We have product that needs to move, and it's costing these companies money if this product is just sitting there, and they don't have drivers.
Okay. So there are companies out there that are paying you as you walk through the door to be hired. They will pay you to go to Giroux, and they will help fund the Giroux piece. You've got to sign on for a couple years there to achieve that. But this whole transport CDL thing is of utmost importance if we're going to keep our transport system working and moving. And
we got a strike going on the docks, Dick. What's that going to do to the supply chain?
You know what it's going to affect?
Tell me.
Easter.
What are you saying, buddy?
Well, I think all the Christmas goods are already in. I think it's our chocolate Easter bunnies coming in from overseas. German chocolate Easter bunnies are not going to make it here. They're going to be sitting on a boat. See, you just want to skip over that subject, so let's keep moving.
Anyway, yeah.
But it's going to, you're talking about the dock strike. That's going to affect commerce across the country.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just
it's crazy.
Right?
I'm watching the news on this. Also want to give a shout out, speaking of...
But Giroux, great opportunity. If you're looking to get into something and you can pass a P test, a drug test, very important with CDLs.
Yeah.
Go talk to the guys at Giroux. Go talk to an employer that Central Transport, Pike, Whitcomb, whoever. Talk to them about how they can help you. Bellavance is huge in this.
Yeah.
Talk to them about employment and how they can help you get through Giroux. So I think that's a great thing.
Also, a shout out.
Who else do you want to talk about?
Shout out this morning to Barslow Construction, locally owned, fully insured. They know all the details when it comes to general contracting. They love you guys. They're all over social media. They're lining up jobs for the winter right now. If you want to get your roof done before the snow flies, you're probably not going to have a whole hell of a lot of luck finding a contractor.
But Barslow's pretty good. They do react quickly to those emergency response things, to your needs, and they've got a great crew that will be out there. By the way, they aren't members. I'm talking about this from a side.
Of Associated General Contractors?
No, they're not a member.
We get. I'm going to give you Rex's phone number here right now. 249-3276. Call him up. Tell him I'll break his legs if he doesn't become a member.
But again, a great company, great homegrown community-based group here in Central Vermont, and they react to people's needs.
Yes,
and
they do.
that's what companies need to do.
Yes. How about Bulldog Metal Recycling and Storage Containers?
I love those folks. You don't want to talk Bulldog with me.
Why?
Because they are the greatest people I've ever. I'm serious.
Yeah. Cam, Jamie, Kim.
Yeah.
They're all a little up there too. Working.
You think so?
I think so.
No, I think
working in a big scrapyard
just
like
think
that.
about Kim trying to herd all those cats out there in the field.
Cannot.
Okay.
Cannot imagine.
And I'm serious. And Cam and I talk from time to time. Jamie has been there forever. Have you ever been up there?
Oh God, yes.
Oh God, is that place cool? There is so much stuff in that yard.
Oh, it's amazing.
That there's stuff I want to bring home.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm that guy, by the way.
No.
I do dumpster diving. You throw it away here and it looks like it's usable, I'm taking it.
Well, storage unit rentals and sales are massive right now.
Yes.
You know, some of these people are taking these 40-foot storage containers, burying them, venting them, and turning them into like underground bunkers.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I don't want to talk about that.
Can you and I do that?
Yeah.
Think of the man cave, Dick, that you and I would have. No girls allowed. Can you imagine the fun that we would have down there? Set up a couple of TVs and some couches, microwave. Oh! Anyway, Bulldog Metal Recycling and Storage Containers. Wonderful people. BulldogMetalRecycling.com. Get in touch with Kim or anyone over there, and they always thank you a ton for your business. Did you get that ton?
Ton.
Okay.
Ton.
And, of course, one of my new sponsors, KOB Kitchen and Bath. Have you been over there yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, my God. I mean, everyone is talking about it. They're absolutely amazing. They have vanities. They have cabinetry from 802 Cabinetry, which is built right here in Vermont in St. Albans. They're amazing. Everything is right there. Faucets, accessories, sinks, baths, tubs, you name it. They're amazing. And they're all over social media, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, most of which Dick Wobby doesn't know anything about. KOBkitchen.com. Check them out. Yeah. And you know about Fontaine, right? Traditions at Fontaine Meadows.
Help me.
Okay. Intersection of Route 2 and 14.
So let me just ask a question.
Oh, yeah.
So we're coming up to the end of the hour.
Oh, yeah.
And you're shoving all these people in.
Yeah.
Here at the end of the hour.
Yeah.
Couldn't you have mentioned them? Couldn't we have had conversations about them throughout this hour?
Do you know why
instead
I couldn't?
of just hitting it at the end?
Do you know why?
Because I would have enjoyed that more.
I'll explain why. Because I couldn't get a fucking word in edgewise because of you.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
Because you're Dick Wobby.
I'll own it.
Yeah.
I'll own it.
This coming Saturday from noon to 7.
And what's the name of this place?
Traditions at Fontaine Meadows.
And what do they
You know
do?
the Fontaine Sawmill?
What do they
up on 14?
Okay, but what do they do?
So they have a giant sale going on with local meats, grass-fed beef. They got
they're the meat folks out there.
Yes.
Okay.
They're doing 15% off all beef cuts while supplies last. All local grass-fed raised beef right there from the property.
Okay.
The junction of Route 2 and 14, it's about 100 yards past the turn for 14, right there on Route 2. So get over there from noon till 7 this coming Saturday. Grab some meat. Stock up your freezer. We just gave a huge giveaway. Just gave away $100 of meat on the air.
Cool garage or a barn that they just built with the
big entranceway.
Yes.
Fontaine Meadows.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Yes. Great place. You should get
now
over there.
that you said that.
Yeah.
Mrs. Wobby enjoys going out there.
Well,
do you know what
have
Mrs.
you had a
Wobby
creamy
just
there?
sent me?
Have you had a creamy there?
No, I haven't.
Well, you're missing out.
But I had French fries at Rocky Ridge
I know
Speedway.
you did. What'd she
But
say?
You know
to
what Mrs. Wobby just sent me?
What? A text?
Yes.
Did
Okay,
it
and
say-
I'm not one that checks my texts
You
as
look
people
so
talk.
handsome in
No,
that white
no.
shirt.
She just sent me a text that said, "Call me when you're through. I want to talk about snow tires." So,
Do you want me to call her right now?
honey, I'm talking about snow tires, but I'm talking about snow tires for everybody else. We're doing Wheels for Warmth on the 25th, 26th, and 27th, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's the last weekend in October, and it's going to be down here at the Granite Museum and down there in Pittsford.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a mess of snow tires.
Sure.
And a mess of tires and a good old-time gathering, per se. Did you know if you have a fire down at the Granite Museum, you got to call the fire department an hour before?
I'm not surprised.
They got that fire pit.
Yeah, a huge fire pit.
We use that.
I know you do.
I got in trouble last year.
Did you not call them?
I didn't think it was necessary.
Who came down there and gave you hell?
The guys from the Granite Museum. Oh. I had to apologize and explain that it wasn't me that started it.
Well, just because you're Dick Wobby doesn't mean you can do anything.
That's fine.
Berry City Farmers Market, final one going on today, 3:30. Wellness Wednesday is back with Washington County Mental Health. Yeah. They're doing that today, 4:30 till 7, right over here on Summer Street. Yeah. Upstairs, you get a massage. You get a chair massage, table massage, sound healing, acupuncture.
What time do they start?
4:30 this afternoon, and it's free.
I'm early. I can't wait.
It's free. You don't even have to bring your wallet.
I can't wait.
Yeah, that's going on.
Okay.
We love pushing that. You ever do a little bit of Reiki? You know anything about that?
No, all this.
Maybe you should try it, Dave.
Yeah, all this mental health, physical stuff, I don't really dive into. I'm going to be honest with you.
Well,
I ride my bike. That's my chance to get away from everybody and just think of what I got in my head.
Yeah. I can only imagine what's in your head. And then when you're done with Wellness Wednesday, jump in the cart, run over to VFW, Post 790. They got Wing a Ding Wednesday they do over there. Yeah, they do wings. It's all great. It helps out, the veterans over there.
The vets.
All of them. Drew Lamb from Central Vermont Cars and Coffee. Of course you know him.
Yeah.
He's doing his car show at AutoZone in Berlin this coming Sunday.
Have you been to one of those?
I've been to several.
Have you?
I have.
That's another great thing.
Did I tell you I just got a 76 Ford F100?
No, did you?
Yeah.
They are cool as hell, aren't they?
God. Original motor.
Yeah.
300 straight six.
Yeah.
3 on the tree.
Yeah.
Manual brakes, manual steering.
Now, what
Very
are you gonna
difficult.
do with that?
There's none of this left hand at 12 o'clock, right hand on the cell phone. No. This thing is, you got a manhandle.
That's just what I was going to say. They made cars too easy to drive today.
No,
because back 20 years ago, you couldn't have manned a cell phone and your shift and your steering wheel and everything else. Maybe we should go back to that. Maybe we should take some of the princess elements out of vehicles.
You know what we should do? Can you imagine? I'm serious here. Can you imagine if, just for one time, if the automobile industry, Ford, said, we're going to make a new vehicle coming out, and this is going to be like a limited time only, where you get that little corner window in the front.
The vent window.
With that little switch that moves over, and then it turns in, and that fresh air is blowing right down under your crotch while you're driving down the road.
90% of your audience
doesn't even know what I'm talking about.
What you're talking about.
I know.
Okay.
Some do.
Okay.
But can you imagine if they reinvented that just for like a one and done? Seriously.
Sure. But you know what would happen?
Who needs air conditioning, Dick, when you have that?
You know what would happen?
What would happen?
Some Ford engineer would decide that people don't want to push it out because that's too much work. So they'd have to put a little electric button on it.
And that would fail. The electric button would fail.
That's right.
Because dare we have to reach down and crank our windows open.
That's correct.
And if you're driving down the road and your passenger window is up and you want it down, you got to pull over.
That's unbelievable. But
anyway,
Wheels for Warmth, we've been at this for like an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm not cutting you short. I'll stay for another hour and 10 minutes if you'd like, but we're boring the shit out of everybody out there.
Look, you and I have, both of us, let's just say it how it is, okay? We both have aging prostates. It's time to finish up the show.
I'm not done my coffee.
Have a great day, everyone.
Jenna's house.
Yeah.
We've talked about this
Jenna's
before.
Promise.
Jenna's Promise and Jenna's House and
Yeah.
whatnot. That's where I get my coffee.
Yes, I know. You love them.
Okay.
Love them up there.
Thank you very much. I appreciate being here. I hope we don't wait a year to sit down and talk again. And maybe a good conversation for us would be sometime in December. We come together and we talk about how we should be steering our legislators, kindly steering our legislators with what our community priorities are, not what their priorities are. Ooh.
You want to have that discussion with me?
Yeah. Why? Why do you say it like that?
Well, I mean, I think we would
Probably not agree on 30% of what we talk about, but
No,
we'd
we
agree on 70.
I would very much welcome that.
Did I put you in a tough situation,
Not
huh?
at all. Not at all.
Right into the wall.
Not. Hey, are you going to the Milk Bowl this weekend?
I hope so.
Okay.
No, I'm being serious. They haven't called me to do any announcing or to help or any of that stuff, but yeah, I try to go to the Milk Bowl every year.
Who do you want to win? Stephen Donahue?
Yeah, probably. There's 2 or 3 drivers. That's a whole nother thing that we're seeing a generational shift in. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
There's a bunch of new, young drivers up there.
Well, look at Walker Fitch. He's like, what, 12?
Yeah, do you know where he came from? Rocky Ridge Speedway, high atop Graniteville. I'm serious.
I'm serious, too.
Rocky Ridge Speedway.
Yeah,
If
when
you
he was
get an
like,
opportunity
when he
next
was like
summer.
5.
Yeah, if you get an opportunity next summer, come up and see us at Rocky Ridge Speedway,
All right.
high atop the hills of Graniteville.
That was beautiful, Dick. You should do voiceover stuff. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for having me. Remember, Wheels for Warmth. And if there's anything we can do for you, you let us know.
Thursday the 24th, Friday the 25th, Saturday the 26th. That's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Year number 20. Okay.
We're there.
Any cream in the coffee this morning?
No, just black.
Just black?
Yeah.
Let me wait. Tip that towards the camera again, right here. So, oh my God, look at Jesus.
Welcome to the time.